Hello there. This time let's go to Egypt for a 7-day Nile Cruise. In total we've planned a 10-day trip because we do want to cover Cairo as well and look at pyramids. Day 1 we landed in Luxor around 4 p.m, got through the immigration, directly headed to Karnak. That's where we booked our 7-day cruise, and that's the cruise you see. Could have been better than it was, but it was pretty good for Egypt, I guess. Then we made our way in the evening for some dinner near the Luxor temple. You could also go to Karnak temple for a light and sound show. We chose to roam around the markets near Luxor temple. That was lovely. Morning we had booked a 6 a.m. hot air balloon ride with a pick up and drop service from Get Your Guide. We made our way there. Unfortunately, when we reached there, we had to wait for permission due to wind conditions, so there were a lot of other cars with us waiting as well. There are kids who come with the birds, and they seem very friendly and they kind of put it on your hand, but avoid doing that because then they ask money for it. We were waiting and there were chances we wouldn't get to do it, but luckily that was not us. We did get to do the hot air balloon ride as the weather got better with time, and even though we got to enjoy some really nice sunrise. We had chosen to do it over the West Bank, which is where we suggest, as there's a lot of history down in the bottom that you can see, and do it early morning so it's not so packed with people and not so hot. And then there we started with the balloons. The feeling of flying so softly was unbelievable, and you could see so much in the bottom. The hot air fell too much on the head, but I think that's fine. And looking at the other balloons going around, it was beautiful to watch. And down in the bottom that you see, it's the temple of Hatshepsut, where we will be headed during the day. So it's pretty cool to have a bird's eye view. After an incredible 45 minutes, we were headed next to the temple of Queen Hatshepsut. She was not just a queen, she was a pharaoh, ruling Egypt with the same authority as any man before her. She has fought and traded, and she led as any other pharaoh would, although history didn't give her as much right as she deserved. And therefore in the temple you could see, and there's a lot of chaos, family drama. You could see on the walls that her son had erased her face on a lot of these walls as a symbol of that he wants to erase her. Also on the walls, as you can see, there's offering given by the pharaohs to the ancient Egyptian gods like Anubis, god Ra, sun god, and the representation on the walls is just the table is full. They would offer everything: animals, pottery, art stuff, fishes, anything really. And right above on the top you see the sun god, which is a falcon animal like human with a sun on his head. Pretty cool. Another fascinating thing was the handwriting, the letters on the wall, the carvings, unbelievable. Next, we headed to a workshop of creating alabaster stone products. It was a whole shop, you could even buy stuff. Next on the list was to go to Valley of King, and they have, I think, quite a few tombs there, but obviously the highlight being Tutankhamun. It was the most latest found. Rest of them were completely empty by the time they were discovered because there were riches, gold in it. People had already looted way before. We had carried a guide everywhere just to let us know of more history, understand things as they are, how things were found. Tutankhamun's mummy wasn't found until much later because it was hidden behind a wall just to protect it. In the whole valley, you can definitely visit all of them. There are quite a few, but we chose to limit ourselves since we were on a time crunch, as well as we were quite not that interested to view the other ones since they were empty. At least in the Tutankhamun's one, there was a real mummy of Tut. I'm not gonna highlight the mummy as much because I feel like it's also not right to display him like that. But the walls were nice. We also visited the other tomb, which was more decorated on the inside, probably because that was not supposed to be hidden, whereas King Tut's was really plain. Only the inner bit had a little bit. The whole alleyway had a lot of handwriting, the carvings done of gods and everything. Overall, day one was pretty good, day one, day two, and let's go to the next day.